Cooperative Calligraphy?
That sounds like a good time.
Or is it a bad time?
Oh gosh, I hope it's the first one.
All right, we're back.
Woo.
And so this episode, fun times.
Yes.
A little bit disappointed because you didn't see puppies the whole time.
I didn't see puppies, nor did we actually see any calligraphy. I do like
there
writing.
There are pets involved.
I do like writing letters.
Can you do calligraphy?
No.
See, my thing is like, okay, so I'll ask you this. So if I have terrible, like you've seen my handwriting, it's not great. Could I actually master the art of calligraphy?
I think so. I think it's a different set of skills.
But will it look good? Or is it like still like my handwriting, but like...
No, it's. I think it's a different. It's more like a type of drawing. I would feel like
I can't draw either.
It's probably a practice. Everything you gotta practice with. But yes, so I know I would like to do calligraphy. I just like to write in cursive, which is not calligraphy. It's very different. Most people over the age of like many years above me like still write in cursive, but I don't always. But if I'm lazy, I do a lot of cursive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, community.
Oh, Britta, can you hold up the final stage of humanity?
I still think that man is going to evolve into a woman, not a dragon monster with 3 legs.
3 legs? Well, it's been real.
How about both?
This hay smell has. But I have a date to catch. Or should I say, a catch to date.
Oof, I hope you just came up with that.
Look out! Drive-by Dee.
Oh my god, no, puppy.
Kidding. Just a non-violent verbal reminder. The local shelter is having a puppy parade this afternoon.
Oh, I want to lick it.
Except you, Jeffrey. I know you've got a catch today.
Oh, like you're famous for your wit.
Puppy parade?
Puppy parade. See, good episode.
I like
dogs
puppies.
are born that way, or if they start off normal and then get wiener.
The study group has finished. They're working on a diorama of like evolution for anthropology, like you do.
Yep.
And so they're like wrapping it up, and then the dean comes in and like he has a little puppy.
He's got a little yellow lab puppy.
And then he's like, make sure you come to the puppy fair, there's puppies.
It's a puppy parade.
To which I then said, we're not going to see puppies, and here's why.
And I got really sad. I got so sad.
So,
I wanted to see the puppies.
So Andy then says, hey, where's my pen? She has like this purple pen with like a felt tip, and she wants to know where it is.
Abed, did you pick up my pen? It's a purple pen with a gel grip.
Nope. I'm strictly mechanical pencils these days.
More relatable?
Same.
It was just here.
I just typed.
You can? Chocolate?
Would you like me to push you to the parade, Pierce?
And everybody's like, no, I didn't take it. Like, and everybody's like, no, I didn't take it. And they're about to head out. And then Andy's like really, really upset about losing her pen. And it's mainly because this is like the 8th time this has happened. And I'm like...
It's not just a one-off scenario. It is a consistent, she has pens, and they go missing. Which, like,
fair. I think at a point you gotta just be like...
Yeah, except maybe not like... They got a little extreme.
I'm sorry, but I need to know who took my pen.
Sorry, I don't see it.
Did you take
Yeah. Sorry, Annie.
Nope.
We passed Sorry Annie 8 pens ago. I keep bringing pens, and you guys keep taking them, and I'm afraid I am putting my foot down.
Is that fair?
Okay.
No,
Annie has
it's
made
a
it
whole
clear
pack
that
of pens.
this is
that
an
makes
issue,
sense.
so from now on, we need to be more respectful of our things. Okay? Okay.
Bye.
Oh. Fair, but that's I would understand being reasonably nipped.
Right, so he like freaks out. It's like, no, we're not leaving until somebody gets my pen. I should probably spoil this for you. We're not going to see puppies.
On
No.
the floor. So
You'll find out in a second.
Not accidentally. Accidents don't just happen over and over and over again. Okay, this isn't budget daycare.
Okay? Whoever insidiously and with great malice aforethought.
Aha! Zooming. See, I took this 10 minutes ago.
It's a pen.
It's not a pen. It's a principle.
Not a good time to get a stick of gum. Okay.
Are we going to the puppy parade or not? Because this is starting to feel like a bottle episode.
Get
Again
it?
with the TV crap.
Abed?
I wouldn't do that. I hate bottle episodes. They're wall-to-wall facial expression and emotional nuance. I might as well sit in the corner with a bucket on my head.
Well, I have a photography project.
So then they're like, okay, fine, we'll stay for a bit, and like we'll search the like study room just to do that. So then they're and like basically just like somebody meant to stealing the pen, and they start like searching the backpacks. Like everybody's against each other, and then Abba's just like, "This is a bottle episode, isn't it?"
Yes.
Which is like one of two ways to save money on a show, and the other one being the obvious clip show.
Clip show. I hate clip shows so much, which I think I've talked about how much I hate clip shows on this show before.
That's because we watched Legend of Korra.
Because we did Legend of Korra, which had a very infamous clip show episode, but which is a whole other thing, and you can go look at our review of that.
Which is funny because, like, I think right now there were like bits of that clip show that were kind of funny.
No, they were. It was one of those things. I think it became we don't have the resources to do so much, but so we're gonna have to do this clip show. But at least we're gonna try to have fun with it. There was like effort to not make it so ridiculous, so stupid.
The issue that for some reason we needed the entire romance stuff recapped,
yeah,
which like we didn't, especially at that point of the show.
Yeah,
it was like done.
It was right. It was very funny.
Like Korra and Mako had not been together for like 2 seasons at that point.
It was true. And people thought they'd be popping the biggest bottles. That's a Tumblr reference. If you know, you know. Anyway, so
isn't Tumblr a cesspool?
What part of the internet is it these days?
No.
Place is terrible too. So.
No.
Welcome to the 2020s.
Audible?
I mean, but Audible, think about it this way though. Like Audible, you gotta pay money for books that you can sometimes get for free through your library.
Like the audiobooks?
Yes, you can get audiobooks through the
library.
But
then you have to return them.
Yeah, you only have.
I don't want to return them.
Okay, well, still, for your consideration, I say that, and like Audible sponsors everybody. Now we're never going to get sponsored by Audible.
No, we're going to because listen, ignore them.
Thank you.
I like Audible, and I use and I use it constantly, and I love it. So ignore Kaylin.
All right, that's fair.
We're never going to get sponsored.
For money's sake, please ignore everything that I say.
Kaylin doesn't like this.
Ignore all my anti-capitalist propaganda that I spew on the show. Anyway, so bottle episode,
which is like basically you stay in one setting.
They only using one set for an entire episode.
Do you prefer that or the clip show?
I think. And this is. I mean, I would prefer a bottle episode, obviously, because I can't stand clip shows.
At least you have to write something for...
Right. But I feel like I have such mixed emotions because there feels like a level of laziness when you're limiting yourself that much. But I think sometimes the most creative things that you can accomplish come from limitation.
Like a missing pen turning into...
To a degree. I'm not sure I would put that with this episode. But... Not that it's not creative, but I just mean in like the grand scheme of like media, I think some of the most creative decisions come from having to work within certain limitations. Mm-hmm. So I would love to hear if people have thoughts on that, or if like people have examples of things they think really work. I don't know why the only thing I'm thinking is the last episode of Evangelion which I actually really like. So people can fight me on that. Anyway,
all right.
Continue.
So, but
bottle
first,
episode.
So like we're kind of saying that maybe Britta took the pen and like she's like fighting about like letting people search your bag because of like Constitution and
hasta la later. Was that directed at me? If the fits, I don't have your pen, Annie. If it's so important to you, here, have my pen.
That's my pen.
Well, whatever, Peter.
Britta did it!
Let's take a quick look-see inside your bag. Oh, I'd very much mind, Annie. There's no such thing as a quick invasion of civil liberties.
That's fair.
Like,
it's about a right to privacy. It is in the same way that the pen is more about the principle. The searching the bag is more about the principle of like the right to privacy, blah, 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 Benjamin Franklin, all that good stuff.
Right, that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And before you can say 1984, the thought police are forcing you to bend and spread.
Bend and spread? Are the thought police gonna make love to us?
Do they find thoughts in our butts? I knew I should have read that book.
Last week, she invoked the Freedom of Information Act to request photocopies of my notes.
That's pretty good.
Well, excuse me for living... Happy?
Not if that's a used Q-tip.
Oh.
Gross.
Yes, gross. Welcome to the gross business of martial law. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to the machine.
Well, Annie, it looks like you were wrong. Britta does come prepared for one thing. Or 6. Big weekend?
Can't complain.
That's exactly.
At least she's prepared.
That's true.
So then she's against it, but then she kind of like, I felt seen in this bit where she like dumps out her bag and they're kind of grossed out by some of the stuff in her bag, and I'm like, I do that. Like, I'll like put trash.
Sometimes you're like, I'll get to that later, and then you don't.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cause like there's like a used Q-tip. Like I've never done that, but I've like if I've had like a cracker or something, I'll put the wrapper or like a piece of candy. Like I'll just put it in the.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, I don't have anywhere else, and then I'm like, oh, I'll just throw it away later, and then you forget.
And then it's just there.
So I felt seen
forever. Yeah.
and not insulted. And then they hear the dean talking more about the puppy.
The puppies.
The puppy parade is starting on the quad. Better come quick. With every passing moment, these puppies grow older and less deserving of our attention.
Where do
Oh
you people think you're going?
I did find that part funny. Of like, we're having this bottle episode, and then but like the thing is like we're missing the thing that they're missing is puppies.
It's puppies. So like it feels like the stakes are so high because it's not like, oh, we're just missing a school event, but it's like no, you're missing puppies. The puppies.
Right.
Have you ever gone to a puppy parade halfway through, Britta? It is pointless.
Then you clearly stole the pen. The Patriot Act cuts both ways.
Actually, it's pretty one-sided. It's kind of the point.
Here's my point. Whoever the pen thief is just stood there and watched me get Guantanamo'd, and I'd like to know who it is, so I can let them know that they have lost my trust forever.
It's a bottle episode.
Mother Hen, I think we're about the same age.
Sure, unless time is linear.
I'll make your ass linear.
That makes sense.
I'll make your ass sense.
We all know what we're really thinking. If, and I mean if, the culprit is among us, statistically speaking, it's Troy.
Yes, we were all just thinking that in 1856.
1856? What if a ghost took the pen?
Oh, honey.
You're stealing the pen, dummy. If I took the pen, I'd say so.
You probably forgot. Been popping painkillers like Tic Tacs.
Oh, yeah, right. Side effects. Verbal dysphagia and octopus loss. I don't see anything in this
That's
story
fine,
about
right?
memory, Troy.
Now I want to know who has it.
So then at that point, Jeff is just kind of like, hey, everybody, if you took the pen, and he's like, obviously, like, most of the times when somebody takes a pen, they're not being, especially a friend's pen, they're not being malicious about it. They just accidentally grabbed a pen.
Right. Or it's like, oh, quick, I need this real quick, and then are supposed to give it back. But
And then you forget.
It just doesn't happen.
Right, so he's like, look, if you took the pen, give it back, apologize, and then we're done. Basically treating everybody like children.
You know what this is?
Yep.
Shut up. This is a normal day with a bunch of friends who are done studying and a pen that maybe rolled away.
Rolled away?
Or fell down someone's shoe.
Let's check shoes.
Annie? Fine.
You're still having fun.
If by some chance I get to the count of 3 and nobody comes forward, guess what? We have to accept that no one has the pen, don't we? Don't we? Good. So here we go. 1.
And then that doesn't happen. And then we're still fighting. At that point, I was like, Jeff starts like getting really, not like really into it, but like losing it a bit.
Pierce, you have something to tell us?
Yes. Is it me, or has it become really obvious that Jeff took the pen? You want to make a bet, you jerks? Lockdown!
Gwynnifer, hi. Yeah, it's me. I can't make it. Well, tell your disappointment to suck it. I'm doing a bottle episode.
That's funny.
With this whole thing, and then he's like locking everything down. It's like, we're doing a bottle, like, and then he calls like his date Gwynnifer or whatever, and it's like, we're doing a bottle episode.
Yep.
And they start like searching through everybody's stuff.
I can see that. Why do you keep taking that tone with me? Oh, I'll feel that, because if nobody else has this pen, it means at some point you realized you had it, and we're too embarrassed to say, and we get to kill you.
I'm not hiding my own pen, you paranoid weirdo. Everybody stay within each other's eye lines, please. One of you's a monster.
Me next, right?
We don't trust Abed.
He shredded my backpack.
He freed my pet monkey.
Because we corrupted him. He's our innocent.
Yeah, you turned him into a monster last
Empty
time.
the bag, Abed.
Pierce, you don't have a bag?
Giraffe.
Jeff, you don't have a bag?
Oh, I could never deprive the world of the portion of my chest a strap would cover.
Why is my name in here?
That's mine.
And Shirley's and Annie's.
What is it?
Charts? Some kind of calendar?
That's my personal private business.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, are you charting our menstrual cycles?
What? Gross!
I bet this is so personal and so accurate.
This is really creepy. I don't understand why you would do this.
I can explain. Oh, I thought you'd keep yelling over me? Okay, I can explain. And then I noticed fluctuating patterns, and I started graphing them. And by the time I realized what I was actually measuring, it had started to yield really positive results for everybody, so I kept doing it.
I mean,
oh my god,
Tell us
honey.
about this? I feel so violated.
More chocolate?
Oh my god.
Get away from me!
Ava just became my
This is
hero.
terrible.
we switch to the lab and stuff, and we see like his notebooks, and Britta kind of sees like something like a numbers of stuff. And it
There's
has
like a chart.
and it has her and Annie and Shirley's name, and then they're like, "Wait, are you like tracking her menstrual cycles?"
It is the realization as they like start rattling off the numbers, and I went, "Oh no."
And like, to be fair to Abed, he didn't mean to track their menstrual cycles.
Yes.
He like noticed that like he was he was trying to like not insult people. Like it was honestly
He was tracking a pattern.
He was tracking
and the
a pattern.
just happened to align with that.
and I think it was like more just like I need to understand why people are acting this way on this day.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it was innocent enough, and then he realized what he was doing. But then unfortunately, the problem is that he kept going.
Yeah. But
And I love the fact that he keeps giving Annie chocolate.
it is I thought the part was really funny.
They're like, "You monster."
It's very good.
So then at that point we're like searching bags and stuff, and so like Troy only has a pillow in his bag,
Yes.
which respect.
Major respect.
We already searched Britta's bag. I think at that point we searched Annie's bag, but like because like
It's off screen.
It's off screen at that point. Like the thing is like what we might be thinking is like she might be upset that like she realized that she had the pen all along and isn't gonna say anything.
Right,
Also,
but like
the
wanted to
reason,
keep
Jeff,
up because she was so upset.
Also, the reason Jeff kind of breaks people think he took the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Pierce and Jeff don't have bags, so so then the next one is Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if I could just take this time to share a few words of sarcasm with whoever it is that took this pen. I want to say thank you for doing this to me. For a while, I thought I'd have to suffer through a puppy parade, but I much prefer being entombed alive in a mausoleum of feelings I can neither understand nor reciprocate. So, whoever you are, can I get you anything? Ice cream, best friend medal, anything? Mm-mm.
Well. Harvey Keitel.
Well, what do you know, Henry David Thoreau?
My, Mike Ty. Son, just empty the bag.
No, I don't have Annie's pen. I'm simply a Christian woman that doesn't open her bag.
What did the Christian woman think would happen when we got to her bag?
The Christian woman thought you found it on the Muslim.
Real nice.
Oh my god.
Put the bag with your guilty.
That's terrible.
And Shirley doesn't want to like reveal what she's. And I'm like, I mean,
That's fair. Again, it is like, and especially, it's a very old adage of like, you don't look inside a woman's purse. That's a very well-known piece of information that you just don't do it. And so it is an invasion of privacy because like, that's just where you put a bunch of weird shit.
I do love the bit where like, Annie kind of says like, "Look, if you took my pen, it's fine. Like, I'll forgive you. It's no big deal." And then Britta's like, "Oh, but you forgive her, but you don't forgive me."
Yeah.
Also, there's some like racist stuff, like a little bit of like a little thing where Pierce at one point says like, "I mean, we go to the obvious one, Troy."
Right. The statistically something, which is terrible.
And then I think Shirley says at one point, "I thought we'd get it on the Muslim."
Right. She's like, "I thought you were a good Christian woman." She's like, "Yeah, that's why I thought we'd put it on the Muslim," which is terrible.
And I do like this. I think I forget if this has been in before, but we like this is like when we like maybe said people's. I forget the thing. I don't know what they call it, but it's kind of like. We'll like say like something in a kind of if it were just like a celebrity's name, we like use them and it's like well, Harvey Keitel, and I'm like I like that. And then finally we search Shirley's bag.
Oh Lord, he's blown a clock.
Pierce.
That's really funny.
Did you do that?
Yes, I did. All you guys do is talk, leaving me to do the things you won't do. People like you are the reason we took so long to get into Vietnam.
Oh my, stop.
Is this what you were trying to hide, Shirley? A pregnancy test?
And more importantly, are they seriously marketing pregnancy tests to black women?
This is a terribly childish
That's
way to handle
racist.
this kind of situation.
I recently reconnected with my husband over Labor Day. And it seems the Lord may have a plan for us that doesn't include that stripper slut he ran away with.
Not for me, Shirley, it's impossible.
Why does everybody think I'm old? I'm around Jeff's age. I have a uterus.
No. According to my chart, you couldn't have conceived Labor Day weekend. You would have been ovulating on Halloween. Which is just as wild.
Oh my God.
Oh no!
That's that.
You okay?
Oh my God.
Looks like someone narrowly avoided a lifestyle
And then we find out she says has a pregnancy test,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Which
"Oh."
is surprising because Shirley is a good Christian woman.
And at that point, single and not married.
Ready to mingle.
But it turns out that her and her ex-husband are like, are kind of like, maybe like getting back in touch after he cheated, which like, do whatever you want.
Unless he's in a relationship and then
I think I can spoil it that at this point he's not.
Okay.
I think they're just like connecting stuff, and it's like it's fine, whatever. And then Abed points out with this like mental struggle thing. Yeah. Like, first he's like, it's impossible, and then she's like, what are you talking about? I'm the same age as Jeff. It's fine. And then he's like, oh no, like according to this, like you would have been ovulating on Halloween.
Yes, and so jaws dropped because we all know what that means.
We all know what happened on Halloween, but like she took that. I think she had the test around Labor Day, so like. But there might be a pregnancy scared, like at that point.
At that point, yeah.
But like she thinks like, oh, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have sex on Halloween. It's fine.
No. But it's Troy's face that goes. Troy's face makes the whole thing really good.
Actions have consequences.
Actions have consequences.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're enjoying this. And I hope whoever stole that pen enjoys it in hell.
Nice try, Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
We all have an agreement.
We are gonna find that pen!
Oh my god.
If we can't find it, our children will find it. Is it over here?
How are you gonna have children? How are they gonna have sex with each other?
Magical pen!
But then Shirley's upset and stressed, but she's like blocked by Pierce and it's like wheelchair, which has like a tube on it, which is like not working 100%.
Yes, because instead of just like using the hand controls on the wheelchair, he uses like breath controlled movement, which is it's just silly. And
at this point, Jeff just breaks.
Yes.
And starts like ripping up.
He just loses it.
He rips up the carpet.
Yeah.
To find this pen.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like searching everywhere. And at this point, Annie just yells, "It's just a pen." And at that point, we're all just like,
"Oh, honey."
Forget it! It's a pen!
It's a pen now?
You broke him!
No.
Really?
In fact, assuming that one of us does have the pen, who among us has the most incentive to make sure it never sees the light of day?
You want to go there?
Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay.
I was born there.
Really? There's a placard there commemorating me.
What's going on and how can I help?
Annie, relax.
No, you relax, Jeff. Or are you scared that if you do, my pen will fall out?
You precocious bitch.
Okay, guys, hey, guys, stop! You're being completely illogical.
Like at that point, it's not just the pen anymore. Like we're done, we're past that point.
No, right? You can't. Can't go back on it.
So they start fighting, and like at this point, Britta's like, "So you're just saying that because you found the pen halfway through, and you're just like not admitting it." And then at that point, they're like, then she's like, "You really want to see?" And then she starts like taking her sweater off.
Everyone's prepared to do a strip search. So
and then Troy's like, "What's going on and how can I help?" So everybody starts stripping.
Yes.
And then Abed's like, "Wait. Move the tables, separate by gender."
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do it the ethical way.
Ethical way.
Maybe. It's ethical enough.
It's ethical enough.
You need to flip the table, divide the group by gender, and then search each other in our underwear.
What?
I mean,
oh my god.
Now what?
This is terrible.
Enough to dislodge. Okay, anything hit the floor?
No.
What are those underwear made out of? They look luxurious.
Oh, they're an organic soy cotton blend.
This Gwennifer must be real special. Don't you usually wear the stripy turquoise Beetlejuice numbers?
What does she mean usually?
All right.
So then they divide and then they shake and they've got nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of thing. At this point, they're all like, "Oh, we've looked everywhere. We looked everywhere except for inside Pierce's cast."
Yes.
We're like, okay, at that point,
yeah,
you shouldn't do that.
No, like maybe don't remove a medical cast.
They remove them.
They do. Oh my god.
No.
No.
Be careful. This is the last pair we have. Also, don't cut his legs.
I have those same scissors.
I'm worried we've gone too far. This is how supervillains are created.
Can't you just make an inspiring winger speech about trust? Throw in a few digs at an easy celebrity target and put a ribbon on this thing?
If a single one of us leaves this room before we find that pen, how can any of us trust anyone in this group ever again?
What's your hurry?
I'm clothing myself. I'm not comfortable standing around in my all together like you two anorexic Jezebel. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was really mean. I don't know where that came from.
Here we go.
Oh no, this is not good.
Oh! Smells like a Waffle House sink.
Pierce, are you using Slim Jims to scratch your legs?
Have we not gotten to a place free of judgment?
This isn't it. This isn't it. Where is it? Where's the pen? Where's the pen?
They removed the cast.
And it's kind of gross in there.
Yeah, I mean, to be expected, honestly.
But there's a Slim Jim.
Yeah, well, because it was mentioned earlier that Pierce has been using anything and everything to try to scratch his itches. Just anything.
Right, and then, which, like, I was running up, like, I saw, like, Troy take the Slim Jim, and I was like, I thought, because, like, it's Troy, I thought he was going to take a bite.
Oh, God. That would have been too much.
I forgot about that, but I guess he
Over
did.
the line.
And at that point, they're all just, like, what have we become? Like, I'm sure, like, Pierce kind of like,
yeah.
It's like, what have we become? So then they're kind of just, like sitting, all their clothes again.
Yes.
Also, I don't think you should, like, remove a cast.
No. Especially if you're not a medical professional.
We're all clothed again. We're fine.
Annie, I'd just like to say on behalf of whoever actually stole this pen, I really am sorry about all this.
I knew it was you.
I knew it was you.
All I know is it could be any of you.
And for all we know, it's you.
I wish it were. I really do. I wish I could just find it behind my ear. I'd rather be that stupid than have to think that any one of us might be this inconsiderate.
Something impossible actually seems more likely.
Here we go. When your speech to take us home.
What if a ghost took the pen?
Let him finish.
I am finished. For real, honestly, seriously, why not? Why not just a ghost took the pen?
Okay, I've been saying that for hours.
And we should have been listening to Troy from the beginning. That someone in this group doesn't belong in this group, or ghosts. If we have to choose between turning on each other or pinning it on some specter with unfinished pen-related business, I'm sorry, but my money's on ghost.
It actually seems more logical to me.
Why would a ghost want a pen?
Troy?
Okay. So I see it as a lot like the movie Paranormal Activity, except for more boring and fancy. And I think in 1856, it is possible that he was beheaded while he was writing in his diary. So it was long.
Who's cleaning this up? And they're all just like, oh, like, I can't believe we went this far for a pen. And at that point, Jeff has, like, one of his, like, winger speeches, which Abed wanted him to give. And then he's like, what if a ghost did take it? Let's just assume a ghost took it.
Yep.
We'll have Troy's story of a ghost.
Troy knows all about these specters and why they'd be doing what they do.
And then they just leave the room and they clean nothing.
I think they didn't even clean it up.
Monsters. Those are friends again.
What the hell did you people do in there?
Monkey!
Oh my god.
Monkey!
Oh my god.
Aww.
Annie's boobs.
Annie's boobs.
Annie's boobs.
It's still a mess.
Yep.
They destroyed the carpet. Like, that's...
They did. They really... That room is just taking beating after beating.
In the Dean sees room, he's upset. And then...
Yeah.
But then as they're leaving and everything, Annie's boobs, the monkey comes out.
Yes.
Takes a spoon. And then we follow the monkey. And we find out the monkey stole the pens.
The monkey did it.
All along.
Which makes sense. I guess.
Yes. Well, there's a monkey.
There's a monkey.
The end.
The end.
And the end tag. We do get some puppies.
Now who could
You do get some
resist
puppies.
falling in love with our next float? This autumn colors puppy reminds us that while the leaves might be changing,
I'm so happy.
responsible pet ownership is always in season. Oh, here's a crowd favorite, the Top and Tails float.
Aw.
A champagne bath and a red sports car. Let's hope he's single. Oh, okay. Well, this one feels a little preachy. Oh. Boo!
Oh no, you're so cute. We did get to see the puppies at the end. I was really happy. So there was payoff, and we got it.
And so
so
like a little
I'm
parade
happy.
with like these cute things. And then I love the one thing where it's like equality together with like a little puppy and a kitten.
A kitten.
And then the dean's like, I think this is a bit, what is it? And he says it's a bit too preachy.
Preachy, yeah. But God, I love some puppies.
The end.
The end.
What'd you think? And what did we learn today?
Oh gosh, what did we learn today? Don't take people's pens because it could push them over the edge. Even if you didn't. Sometimes if you're missing something, it could just be a rogue monkey.
Maybe just don't use pens.
Yeah, don't do your homework.
I was gonna say just use a computer because that's like a actual big deal if you steal that.
Yeah, but I have to. I'm one of those people. I think I have to do notes handwritten because I remember better.
Nope.
So that's me. I think if I type, I don't remember as well.
It's either my computer or my phone.
Oh no, I have to jot things down. I do it at work all the time where I'm just constantly yeah.
Anything else that we learned?
Puppies are good.
Puppies are good. Kittens are good too.
Kittens are good too. There's consequences to having spontaneous one night stands while you're being attacked by zombies.
Yeah, is there? We don't know yet.
We don't know yet, but could be.
Could be.
So,
so what did you think of this episode?
It was all right. It wasn't bad. I was just like, okay. I just because bottle episodes usually don't stand out to me.
I agree with that, but I think just like the way everybody was acting, it was like,
yes.
and like some of the lines we were saying, it was just like I think it was, well
fun.
written.
It was fun, yeah.
I think it was a well written bottle episode. Like they knew what they were doing, so it's like very because like obviously with Community, like they're making fun of the trope, not like
right.
So I did kind of like, and I liked everybody's like saying. I loved everything with Abed and his like little menstrual cycle.
Oh, that was so funny. That was actually really terrible. But
I like how over the top it was for a pen.
Yes.
And like that kind of thing, and I loved Jeff breaking. Like sometimes, it's like we see Jeff as like the straight guy, so I kind of love when he kind of like goes past that.
But, yes, when he gets to kind of engage in that, it's really funny.
Right. Do you want some trivia?
I would love some trivia.
Okay. Britta ends her political rant by paraphrasing the lyric from Pink Floyd's song "Welcome to My Friends, Welcome to the Machine."
Oh.
Troy says that Pierce pops painkillers like Tic Tacs. And says that his cats smell like a Waffle House sink. I've actually never been to a Waffle House.
I don't think I have either, but there's one from here on the way to my place, so.
They serve more than waffles, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've heard it's like a Denny's.
I don't mind Denny's, actually. Yeah. It's fine.
I could be wrong. But...
Jeff finds several Slim Jims of the Pierce's cast. I feel like a Slim Jim's not actually up to scratch. Because, like, they're flimsy.
Yeah, right.
Annie, Troy, Britt, and Pierce mentioned Harvey Keitel, Henry David Thoreau, Mike Tyson, and Stephen Fry, respectively. Pierce assumes Abed watches Benny Hill. Troy's ghost theory mentions Inspired by Paranormal Activity. And Britta mentions 1984.
Yep. We're talking about the surveillance state.
This episode is follows conversation is a bottle episode or a locked room mystery. During season 1 and the beginning of season 2, Dan Harmon had been exchanging war of words on Twitter with a user named Gwenifer. So then that's why that's.
Oh, okay.
Both Jeff and Annie directly say that the study group is doing a bottle episode.
Mm-hmm.
Abed wonders why Jeff can't just make an inspiring Winger speech. And throw a few digs at each celebrity target, and then tie a ribbon on the thing, and then we're done.
Mm-hmm.
On the whiteboard behind Annie and Shirley, the phrase, "If we evolved from monkeys, why are there still monkeys?" from Pierce.
Oh, God. Yep. There it is.
Fun trivia, which, since you're editing this, you're going to have to find it.
Yes.
Okay. The thief of Annie's pen, we said was the monkeys, Annie's boobs. There's a little, in about 41 seconds into the episode, there's a little monkey hand that pops up and takes the pen.
Oh my God, I can't believe we missed that. Oh, it's going to be fun.
There's the picture.
A puppy parade this afternoon.
Oh, I want to lick it.
Oh my God. Oh, that's going to be fun to edit. Okay. That's going to be good.
I love that.
Very good.
That's the point of trivia. When you see there's a little monkey hand that actually steals the pen and we know it all along.
Yes. All
right. Comment corner?
It's time for a comment corner. So here's the question.
September 3rd.
Yes, good job. But,
yay!
But did we read the comments of the video that we posted on September 2nd?
No, because it was copy. I think I had a copyright claim.
One?
I think I had a copyright claim.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead.
Season 1 finale.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna calculate this out so we can do it accordingly. And I will not read the ones putting this out into the universe. I will not read the ones from the video that we posted yesterday. Alrighty, so for today's comment corner, we're gonna read the comments on Pascal's Triangle Revisited, which was the season 1 finale. Alright, beautiful song. We harmonized very well there. So shoot, where do I start here? Alright, I scroll on to the bottom. We're gonna start with Mike V. Sup, buddy?
Hey.
He says, great video. I've really enjoyed rewatching these early community episodes with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Season 2 is really enjoyable. No spoilers here, but the first episode of season 2 should give you a healthy dose of mess. Yes,
it did.
It did. That it did. Thank you. All right, Ricardo LC says, for Annie desperately trying to hold the group together in the previous episode and nearly running off with Vaughn in this one, I thought this was very inconsistent writing for the character. However, I later realized that she is supposed to be very immature and that her behavior is sometimes contradictory to what she thinks or says. That's something you'll see more of in later episodes. I think we see it basically in all the episodes with her. As far as, like, Annie's very young, and and it's less of, like, it makes sense because she's just doing things based off what she wants, based off of a consistent, like, this is how things should be, but more of, like, I want this now, so this is why I'm doing that.
Right.
So, like, yes. I've already said Annie reminds me a lot of young me. So, like, anytime that she does something, I'm like...
Did you also make out with Jill McCann when you were 19?
Oh, honey, I get it. No.
Okay.
But, no. I was gonna follow that up with something like, I'm like, we're gonna keep that to ourselves. Anyway, shout out to the Jeff Wingers in my life. So Mick Fine says, for Slater, it did just go a bit hard on the cattiness, but she did have some established concerns and jealousies of Britta in the past. And women or men, sometimes people just get caught up in competition. That's fair. I think that's a good way of putting that.
Yeah.
Right? Because sometimes we just let our desire to be better than other people get the best of us.
Human emotions are fun.
Oh, they're the worst. I hate them. So Deranged says deranged?
Deranged?
Yeah, it's not deranged, but it's deranged.
Deranged?
Anyway, they say, I like your reactions. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy Robbins says, female characters aren't allowed to be petty or catty with each other.
You were talking about that.
I referenced that, I think, last episode?
Yeah.
When we were talking about the plot of the women's studies episode. Anyway, again, it's less of the...
It's more the why, not the...
It's more, like, women, yes, are allowed to be all kinds of things and complicated. But there should be more complexity
I think it's more of, like, the why and the fact that, like, the reasons behind the why are, like, that's always the reason... When you could do it for another, like, a million different reasons.
That's part of it, too. But I discussed that much further.
Like, I think it's fine if I'm catty to somebody if they murdered somebody that I love.
I don't think... the catty wouldn't be the thing I'd say you would be, though.
I'm
really fucking pissed.
I mean...
You would be.
I mean, I'm saying this about me. I don't feel like I'm a catty person. I might be.
No, you're not.
I'm thinking of our messages when the queen died. And I was like, actually...
Those are pretty funny. That wasn't catty, though.
No, I wasn't being catty. I was saying, like, I don't want to make fun of this stuff.
Oh, yeah. You were very much like, I don't think we should be making jokes right now. And I was like, that's fair. But I will be catty, so... Oh, okay. Second Eye says leaves a couple comments here. It says, interesting. Are these weekly? We try. I just found this on my recommended, and I dig the review spliced with the reaction style. Very unique. Thank you. A lot of people don't, and that's okay, but we already talked about the 4, so we're not going to go into that. Gonna watch from the beginning. Glad I found this series before you got too far into season 2.
Watch our other series, too.
Oh, we're fun. Yes.
Audio. I feel like we've gotten better technology-wise.
Oh my gosh. Second Eye leaves so many comments, but I want to read all of them.
Okay.
And you know what? Maybe I will.
Also, like, for the most part, we're weekly, but, like, sometimes, like, summer and, like, holidays and, like, random weeks, something might come up and we have to skip a week. But we're getting better with, like, posts of, like, telling y'all we're gonna, like, skip a week, and by that I mean, I'll say that we're gonna do that starting now.
Yeah.
Because I haven't
Now you can hold us accountable. Oh my gosh, this is... these are all really good comments, Second Eye.
You can read some. It's fine.
Let's see. I know this is a cliche, but the more I go through life, the more I realize it's harder to group people into distinct boxes, and that kind of relates to the this female pettiness, cattiness must be from a male point of view thing. I used to have that view too, but as you noted, it was actually written by a woman. So yeah, we went back and we clarified things there. And one reactor I watched for this episode, when that scene came up, she was like, yeah, we, talking about women, can be the worst sometimes. People aren't perfect and toxic femininity is a thing. I guess.
I mean, no, I think women can be terrible.
That's very fair. I mean, to say that they're not is sexist in and of itself, because then you're not saying that people can be complete people, and people being complete people means that sometimes they're just terrible.
There's no perfect people except for Dolly Parton.
Exactly. So people aren't perfect and blah, blah, blah. Even if I agree Slater's character is a bit stretched to fit the antagonist role of this episode. Okay, so like I appreciate that insight. This episode is a good litmus test in a way, because there are usually two main groups that people fall into when it comes to it, and I could be jumping the shark, but I think you'll really love the first episode of season 2. We already talked about that.
But at that point, we've already seen it. And
it's already released, so you already know.
And you did like it.
I think you did, yeah. So that's also a different one. This is very funny. I think this is after, towards the end, it says, "Oh, hell yeah," which is very funny. It says, Blind Wave reacted to this episode last week, and they were very non-receptive to the whole Jeff Annie thing. So as a certified Jeff Annie shipper, I'm glad you're in favor of it. The thing I love about it is that it just works through chemistry, even though neither of them are trying to make it happen. And that works in a meta aspect, too, because obviously Britta was written as a love interest, and the first 7 or so, I think, episodes of season 1 were all written and planned out before the show started. But the debate episode where Jeff and Annie first kiss is one of those new ones where the show leans into something that they didn't plan initially, like Troy and Abed's friendship, for example.
I don't know if you were into them shipping wise. You just like found that the fact that they kissed made the ending really messy. Would you appreciate it?
And that's what I think I was going to go back and say, where it's like,
because I don't know how you feel about Jeff and Annie, mainly because of the age thing and the fact that she's a teenager,
right? And I think I've said it before that I was like way more forgiving of it, because I think the age gap thing gets problematic because it becomes a power dynamic thing, and because I think they occupy the same friendship group, but like the power dynamics are slightly different or like more muted than they would be from a pure age perspective. So it becomes less problematic for me in that way. And again, I think part of it's just like, I really love the mess. And 2, I think it's just because the chemistry makes it so like you unexpectedly find yourself liking something you didn't think so, but you're just like, oh, this is just funny. So like, I don't know if I can really say that I ship something in this show, because I don't think the show is made for like shipping. And I enjoy not having to do that, but I think there's a degree of like, oh, I think this is really fun, and I think this is really messy, so that's complicated.
I think you will like how it plays out.
There's a really long comment here from viralfootprint.exe. That's like 2 paragraphs long. I'm not sure I can read the whole thing.
Summarize it.
This is about love triangles.
I feel like we've done a whole thing on love triangles.
Yeah. And while I personally don't think... talking about how... because we censored the T slur. Because we decided that we didn't want to do that.
I think like in that context, it like I understood the joke and it was like fine, but I felt like you should still...
it was one of those things like... There's certain things that we will laugh about because they are like kind of offensive on this show, but there's certain things we don't need to perpetuate, and I think that was one of those that like crossed the line for us, where it's like, I think we can still have the humor of this without like having that language out loud. So, right, because I think we censored it, but I think that the joke was still there.
Yeah.
And somehow I think...
Because I showed your reaction after you heard it.
Yeah. And I think you can even find more humor in that, in the same way where I talk about you can get more creative, or you can like push boundaries by having those like boundaries.
There was even a bit in that episode where I said like, can I just say it once? And then I did. And then I like, as I was editing it, I'm like, I don't feel this is right. So then I cut it out.
Yeah, right.
Context.
So context. Oh, and Sabo has a hunter here. Just says, now we can start the true chaos of community and chaos we are having. So
there's a lot of chaos.
That was a lot of comments about that one.
We're at the tip of the chaos. I would say tip of the chaos, but we did watch the Halloween episode.
That was a lot of chaos. So good stuff. But
anyway, thank you so much for watching. That was so much. I had fun.
Woo!
We still have more to go.
Great time. We have a lot to go.
Yes, and Facebook, YouTube. You're already on YouTube. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon,
Witty clothes,
Spotify, iTunes, Gmail. Like, comment, subscribe, forward, retweet, yada yada yada, other crap.
Give us money.
That too.
Please.
Please and thank you. Actually, by the time this episode comes out, we already have done our Halloween live stream, so we don't really need to discuss that.
It's about to get spooky.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
We have to actually pick a date for that and then post something about it.
That's true.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Anyway, so join us next time. We're going to be watching Community Season 2, Episode 9, 2 of Kaylin's favorite things, conspiracy theories and interior design.
That is true.
And Episode 10, Mixology certifications.
Ah, that sounds fun.
So, for First Reaction Fan Reaction, I'm Dar Whitman.
I'm Kaylin Clothier.
Peace.
Something you and your puppies could only dream of, you non-miraculous son of a bitch.
Non-miraculous?
Okay. You just became my hero.
Thank you.
We've all been through a lot today. And I'm sure this pregnancy scare has been weighing on you all week, right? Maybe that's why you took my pen.
Oh my God!
It's getting a little chilly outside, so the animal wranglers have asked that every student pick up a puppy and hold it, so they stay warm while volunteers hand out tiny
I'm so sad I missed the puppies.
Honestly, I don't know why I'm
episode.
making these announcements.
I love them.
Okay?
I'm good.
That was fun.
I'm glad we got puppies at the end.
You did get puppies at the end. All right, I think we have a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
All right, let's go.